Hi folks, welcome back to the garden. I decided to come outside because there's a little bit of sad climate agreement news today, which I won't get into, but it was depressing, so I thought I would come outside and be ensconced in nature so that I could make myself feel better. So it is the beginning of June, so let's do beginning of June tour. So this is something I haven't seen in a while. Blue sky. It has been rainy and cold and really depressing for the past couple of weeks. So everything seems a little bit stunted. But today there is bluish sky. There's been a couple of rainstorms. And it is warm in the 70s. So I'm hoping things will start growing. Today we'll start in the garden patch as opposed to the patio or anywhere else. And you can see first Cubby trying to chase something. An exciting interruption to the garden tour. What are you chasing? I don't know. So maybe we'll start over here while we stare at Cubby. Oh, it's a squirrel. The squirrel escaped up the lilac tree. Smart squirrel. You could have never caught him. Whoa! 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 What an adventure! You didn't catch him. So starting over here instead of the garden, just want to add one thing aside from squirrel behavior to show you. It is a beautiful poppy. Next to the orange poppies, we just planted some red poppies, which don't appear to be making any buds, but we'll see. Then I'll bring you over here to a place I haven't shown you this year yet. Got a beautiful rhododendron. And next to it, we've got the blueberries, which we cut back this past year. So they're much shorter than they have been. And they have some flowers. Got some flowers. Not as many on the second one. But you know. Hopefully soon. Oh, we got a blue jay. All kinds of wildlife during this tour. We have this beautiful rhododendron. And I also wanted to show you this is where we moved the gooseberry. We're here. Okay, back to the vegetable patch that I promised you. So, as you can see, everything is growing. Mostly because what's in here is cool weather crops. Continuing to pick lots of stuff. But let's start on this side. The peas are doing their thing and growing. This side, which, oh goodness, the label's gone. How could this be? I don't know which one is which. I think this one's the Burpiana, and the other one is Progress 9. So the Burpianas are growing taller so far, but there's more plants on the other side. So, we'll see what happens. I'm expecting they'll take a while to actually get tall enough, and maybe we'll see some peas in late June, early July. That would be exciting. And soon I'm probably gonna intersperse the squashes and the cucumbers in here just because they need to get out of their little containers. So that is peas. And then you'll notice around I've put out my little containers that are going to have the extra plants that I have. These ones haven't been planted in yet, but these are the peppers. And I'm not going to plant all 3 peppers in there. But because it's been raining so much, they basically start sitting in tons and tons of water when they're sitting in their tray. So I decided to put them on their little containers so they would have more drainage and they hopefully won't die. But I wanted to put them here as well because this is where we get more sunlight. And this is where they will be eventually. So we've got the peppers here. And the same thing over here with the tomatillos, which were started later, so they aren't big enough to transplant yet. But I did transplant some of the tomatoes. Actually, all the tomatoes I think are transplanted into their containers or in the garden itself. As you can see, anything that has a pole next to it has the tiniest little tomato plant. You can see right here. I'll put the cages around them eventually. But they're so tiny. So tiny. But I think because they're in the sun now, they're getting proper drainage. And they have had a ton of compost put in. You can see here is a little clip of the compost that I've been taking out. And then I mixed that with some peat moss, some cow manure, and some other organic material. I put them in these pots here, as well as top dressed each of these little tomato plants with it. And then maybe in a couple weeks they'll put some water soluble fertilizer. I already did that once, so maybe that's why the lettuce has begun to grow. So obviously I did weed here, but I need to weed again. But look at the lettuce, it's getting so big. I mean, it's very late, but look. Getting big. This is the black-seeded Simpson, and look at all the rouge de ver. These are the Italian greens here, and all the little ones that I planted as well are getting bigger. So exciting. Down here we have two more of the pots. This is a baby boomer, which should be pretty small, and then that one over there is, I believe, a sunrise. Should also be pretty small. But we've got a few more radishes in the second sowing left, and just like a couple of the first sowing left here. So those are almost done. And look at the little lettuces looking so fine over here as well. But there's some more tomatoes that I transplanted yesterday. And they look so happy and pretty. And I really like these ones, the Brandy Boys, because their leaves are so different from all the other tomatoes. Now we're back over to the patio, and I thought I would show you what's going on over here. The strawberry tower is looking delightful. There's been a couple of problems with some of the strawberries. Like over here, there were a bunch that were looking, like over here, there's a bunch that were looking a little bit rotten, so I took those off, and we have one here that seems to be ripening. It's kind of early, but I don't know. And look, oop. Can you see that? There's a caterpillar in there. Is that a good caterpillar or a bad caterpillar? I don't know. Next to the strawberries, the garlic. Still growing. I don't know much about growing garlic, so I assume it's doing fine since it's growing. But if there's any tips, let me know. Over here, seedling area. I'm afraid some of these seedlings have been drowned. But what are you gonna do? Probably won't use any of these, but I might use this one. It is watermelon seed. So here are the rest of my unplanted seeds. Still have the cucumbers. Which are doing very nicely. A couple of extra tomato plants, which I don't think I'll have room for. A couple of very sad squash plants and one very happy squash plant. Those are the ones that have been growing just fine, but they have not been doing well out here. And then look. It is the sweet dumpling squashes. They are coming up at long last. You know my trials and tribulations with these, and here they are. Next to them, more watermelons, which have looked like this for a couple of days now, but hopefully since I put them in the sun, they'll start to get happier. Back in the herb garden, I transplanted my sad parsley, my sad thyme, in here. Parsley is here, the thyme is over there, and I have some sunflowers growing in the back. Over back there, another sunny spot to put some more tomato plants. And look, there's a sunflower right next to them. Right there. Then there's some columbine, I think, in here. And oregano, rosemary, catmint, a bunch of volunteer sunflowers. And more sunflowers back there. So exciting. Another set of tomatoes. These are the tiny tomatoes, the baby boomers. So I think they'll be fine together like this. Lemongrass and a few lemon thyme. Then I transplanted my basil in here, and there's also basil growing with this. No garlic chives yet, I don't think. That's disappointing. All the tropical plants have made their way outside. Then finally, on the side of the house, we have the rest of my planters, which I moved here because there's more sunshine. I have to still plant the Brandy Boy and the Cherokee Purple. And there's some more tomatillos, which will go on that one eventually. And then look, my zucchini came up. How very exciting. So that is all I have for you today. I should be doing another tour sometime in June because June is usually a great month for the garden. So look forward to that. I'll also be doing a couple more food videos with some stuff I've been working on for a little while and some other, stuff that I like. That's how it goes with me. I just put the stuff I like on this channel. I hope you like it too. So if you do like it, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the videos. If you have questions, as always, you can get in contact with me in the comments section. I definitely love hearing from everyone. And just want to say thank you for watching if you are watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye now!